Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Congressman Zeldin, thank you so much for your leadership on this very important issue. I rise today to applaud the President's decision to decertify the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or what's known as the Iran deal. This deeply flawed Iran deal has failed to prevent the Iranian regime from ballistic and overall hostility that threatens American national security interest. Quite frankly, this was a bad idea from day one. Most recently, on September 23, 2017, Iran test-fired a new long-range missile that could carry multiple warheads and is the country's third test of a missile with a range of approximately 1,240 miles. An Iran news agency further stated how this missile, quote, adds to Israel's misery and will be their nightmare, close quote. As we have seen, Iran continues to be the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism, and the IRGC has known connections to Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza. Over these past few years, we've seen these terrorist proxy groups carry out attacks on American troops and innocent Israeli civilians. In addition, Iran has gained access to over $100 billion in previously frozen assets, enabling the money to be funneled to various terrorist organizations. From the frequent ballistic missile tests to supporting terrorism and funding proxies such as Lebanon, Syria, and Yemen, Iran has escalated its aggressive behavior since the deal was signed just 2 years ago. Ultimately, this deal temporarily pushes back Iran's ability to build up its nuclear infrastructure and does not seize the Iranian regime's ambition to become nuclear after 15 years. Therefore, ushers Iran into a nuclear club where it can continue to test uranium pathways and pursue illicit nuclear materials unbeknownst to the IAEA. President Obama entered this poorly crafted agreement using unilateral executive authority, quite frankly circumventing the consent of Congress and disregarding the will of the American people. As we have seen, this was clearly a bad deal from day one. It does not stop Iran's path to obtaining a nuclear weapon, but rather paves it. As we work in Congress to implement further sanctions against the Iranian regime, we must work towards a strategy that protects our allies in the Middle East and effectively prevents Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. We must remain vigilant against those who wish to inflict harm on America and stand united with our allies around the world.